puzzle, and while I could do it, I have to look up how to do it because it's really weird, and I have no idea what controls to use because nothing I was clicking was working. So now I have to activate the trams, which is through here, and then I have to turn on the power, which is through that other door. And each time I come back to that main hub area, more enemies will spawn.
Alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
And of course they poison, so definitely want to watch out for that.
User alert. Landline connections are disabled.
Landline repaired. Don't need to talk to Mira. I don't ever talk to her just because she just says, hey, do this, do this, do this, which no need. That's just since I already played through the game. Though, I definitely recommend when you do play through this game, talk to everybody, get the full experience. So yeah. Whew. I'm gonna get through this mission, and then that'll be it, and then I'll be able to start editing this and uploading
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures.
Yes,
Manual restart required.
Yes, I know. I think Cryo put on now. Okay. Is it Cryo that's good on them? Don't remember. I know something is. But as you see that they poisoned, however I have enough regen to like slowly regen. So there's that. And it goes right through your shield. So they can easily wipe you out.
Now entering main reactor. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures.
I don't know why
Manual restart required.
And I believe both doors. Where did he come from?
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
And now there's just one enemy. So yeah, that gets pretty annoying. And then more enemies come, of course, because as you do. I hate their hitboxes. 5, 6, 7. Not level 7 and 8 stuff.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Wait, what? Okay, there it is. I was like, easy decryption, where? I think level 45 is when I unlock the ability to get level 10 weapons. So I really want to be around level 50 before I start the DLC in order to get the, what's it called? in order to get the strongest mod in the game. Well, not mod. What is it even called? Bionic, I believe. Are there not any more bad guys? I was 95% sure that there's more bad guys that appear. I know that there will be when I go back down to the main area. I guess there wasn't here, which is weird. I thought they did. Whatever. So now go down here, kill 2 more Arachnite workers, and then we're good to go to the trams, which will lead us to the next area, where we'll have a few side quests, and then we'll be able to finish up the mission. My guess would be 20 to 30 more minutes, depending on how quickly I can get past the mobs of enemies. But where are my teammates? Dude, what? Hello? Okay, first, why am I here alone? Second, why am I here alone? Where'd my guys go? Swear to God, did they spawn behind me? I would have gotten 1v1, I would have not been happy. Oh, okay.
Now entering decontamination and
Thanks,
transit
guys.
hub. User alert. Loose contaminants in the decontamination chamber. Access to passenger tramways inadvisable.
So there's 2 ways to do this, I think.
They're locked in.
The door.
And that's what I wanted to happen. So there's 2 options. I open the door and fight them.
Control group, loosen it. They're in. Can't escape. The tunnels now. We're sorry. The leads couldn't get to the struck. Out while you can.
He killed himself because he was part of whatever happened here.
Among my people, a suicide's body would be left for scavengers. The Nathak will get to him eventually.
Basically, you have to open the door and then fight them. What? I don't remember this guy. Yeah, I did not remember that happening. Yeah. Simple enough. Basically, you'd have to fight all of them if you didn't burn them. So, yeah. Get me some fitness, make myself super beefy. 2 more levels for lift to be next. As for warp, then I'll give him barrier next. Just to make him unkillable. So yeah, if you hadn't fixed the computer, which you said it said hard. If you hadn't fixed it, then you'd have to open the door and fight those Arachnite soldiers, which in close quarters, not fun. Now, this tram that has no textures, but okay, this had to load in. This tram takes us to the next area, which is really the rest of this mission.
Now arriving at Rift Station, Binary Helix Research Facility.
And once again, it's just another cutscene. Or not cutscene, but loading screen. Now there are a few different areas to go. Where to start? So I believe that is like the final area. Which ends the missions. Oh wait, or the hot labs maybe. No, okay, yeah, I remember what happened. The hot labs is the final area. So I think you're supposed to come here first. Besides doing the so I think you're supposed to get Liara, and then you come here, and then you do the mission I did.
Stand down. Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
Can those things work at trained controls?
Hell if I know. I'm not assuming any goddamn thing. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot. I'd like to know who you are.
My name's Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
Huh. I won't look a heavily armed horse in the mouth. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out, and he ain't all there anymore. First we knew the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
You were taken by surprise and had civilians to protect. You did a good job, Captain.
Yeah? Sure as hell doesn't feel like it. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
I'm not going to let any of your people die.
All I can do is hold out here and protect the civilians. There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. It can take you down to the hot labs. Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
Tell me about Rift Station.
I can't talk about everything. You need to know.
Tell me about the defenses here.
Secure enough that you shouldn't poke in corners.
I was just impressed with your operation. Being able to weather a week of assaults is no mean feat.
Only the best get assigned to high security facilities like this. What impresses me most is the turrets, alarms, and cameras. We're all routed through a central location out by the quarantine labs. One guy can lock down the whole facility. The security hub's the last logical fallback, and we'd have cover from the turrets all the way.
What kind of research is done here?
Beats me. I'm not supposed to know. So long as people don't start dying, it's not my problem.
What can you tell me about the aliens?
Ask Dr. Olar. He's the only one who made it out of the hot labs. The only Volus left in here.
I need to know more about the situation in the hot labs.
The facility's off the network. The only way to find out would be to send scouts down the elevator, and I won't send my people to their death.
Did the aliens come from inside the facility, or did they attack from the outside?
You want my personal opinion? Labs like that exist to do stupid crap that gets people killed.
Tell me about the structure of the hot labs.
It's built into one of the glaciers further down the mountain. Real old, thick, stable. Something goes wrong, they heat it up and sink it into the ice. Normally the crew gets to the labs using a tram from Central Station. We've got an elevator that connects directly, but it's for emergency use only.
Listen, I'm not sending my people down there. It's too dangerous. Understand?
How are your people holding up?
We weren't expecting the initial wave. They made it inside. We lost some good people. Those of us left are short-handed. We've kept order by long shifts and stems. I don't like it, but I don't see an alternative.
You're certain the matriarch is still in the hot labs?
She hasn't come back here. You came through Central Station, so she ain't there.
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter!
Go, go, go! Go, go, go!
We're in the middle of a fight.
No, we're not.
Thanks for the help. Every few hours a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
I'll do whatever I can.
I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our defenses. Even animals should learn not to stick their noses where it hurts.
So yeah, pick up a few side quests and then we'll be good here. That's why I like to see level 8 stuff. And talk to the people here.
What? No! Sorry, I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Is there something you need?
What sort of work do you do here?
I can't say. I signed a non-disclosure agreement. If we survive, I'd like to keep my job. The location is terrible, but the pay is better than any other commercial lab.
You're not happy on Peak 15?
The outside world doesn't exist here. It's walls of ice, rock. There's only the work, the discovery. It's easy to forget why science is guided by ethics. Maybe we're paying for that now.
What do you know about the hot labs?
Nothing. I didn't work there. As far as I know, Han Olar was the only survivor.
Is he in the medical ward?
No, he's staying in the science team's quarters. Be gentle with him. He had a trying experience.
What do you do here?
I'm a toxicologist. I can't talk about my work. Not that I'm doing anything since the accident.
There was an accident here?
I can't talk about what happened. Not here. Too public. Talk to Dr. Cohen in the medical ward. He was the project lead.
There was an accident here?
I can't talk about what. Talk to Dr. Cohen in the medical ward. He was the project lead.
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering off a coworker's brain. None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have guns.
I'm looking for an Asari.
Sorry. Well, there's Dr. Ayalis over there. There's also our guest, Lady Benezia. Captain Ventralis might know where she is.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
And basically, like, I can force my way through, but then the drones would get a little bit unhappy. So.
What?
Do you know Matriarch Benezia?
Why ask me and not your friend? Because I do not know anything about the matriarch. Then why would I?
You're a member of the science teams.
Recently transferred, yes.
What do you do here?
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic enhanced allele-specific hybridization.
Yeah, that's a bit technical for me.
I am very good at tracking inherited variations in genetic sequences. I'm sure you would find it quite dull.
You seem less upset about this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Alestia Ayalis from the University of Arraeus. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or should I just spout random facts?
Did I interrupt something?
I was meditating. I suppose to a species as brash as yours, it would appear to be inattention.
Sorry, I'll leave.
Then I will return to my meditation.
Yeah, she a boss ass bitch, if you know what I mean. But yeah, just talk to people that give a little bit of information about what's going on.
This system is online and ready to provide.
We don't need anything right
Very
now.
well, Commander. Logging you out.
What do you want?
Were they attacked by the aliens?
They're suffering from a toxin. It was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. Shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiment.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
I understand your caution, but I need details. What you say won't go beyond these walls.
It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature, but there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
Do you imagine that distinction makes this ethical?
Militaries, governments, They'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
There's a reason the Citadel conventions forbid bioweapons, Doctor.
I didn't expect you to understand. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
Is he right to keep people out?
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down into simple protein. But he won't listen.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
Are you the doctor here?
I'm our doctor, but not the. We had a medic, Dr. Salah, but we lost him. The automatics can handle.
How's the science team?
Better than Ventralis' They've been administering stims at their request. Every species needs
What will it take to get
quarantine labs, and once you're in there, look for our notes.
Talk to you
I
later.
hope you can do something.
Okay, so pick up that side quest. I'm done in this area. I'll only have to come back once to talk to him.
Uncertainly, I furtively, for now, with forced
Let's have a look.
regretfully.
Ooh, it's level 9 though. Sniper rifle. And so, wait, what? Quarantine and barracks. What is this? This the area I actually need to go to? Yeah. So go and speak to this guy, then I'll go to the quarantine and barracks, and I'll do the next part of the mission. I'm making decent timing.
Something you need?
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
We're not part of your defense plans. We're consuming extra rations, extra metagel.
Yeah, but you also have extra guns. Alright, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
Okay. Now with that said, run back. Oh wait, no, wrong way. With that said, I can go back over here, go to the barracks, speak to the Voldus, and make the chain. Go back to the doctor, and then I believe I'll be done in this area. I hate how like twitchy the run is sometimes, and how it'll get faster. It's kind of weird. Also, I think I'm gonna start up a playthrough of Stardew Valley. Just something relaxing, since there isn't really too much end goal wise. Kind of like Minecraft in that sense. Oh, Armageddon.